everyone. I hope everyone's well. I'm just going to light candles as always. I'll light one for myself first. Oh, it's a beautiful morning here. I don't know where anybody else is that they're watching, whether it's night or day or what the weather is, but it's beautiful here in the southeast of England. For a change, we've had rain for so long, it's been quite depressing, but anyway, today's lovely. Okay, this candle, as always, is for everybody watching, whether you're watching live or watching on playback. Just to remind you that there's always a light there for you, even if you can't see it or feel it at the moment, but there's always a light waiting for you, guiding you. This one's, as always, is spirit, Christian, and I wonder if anyone else is going to come through today. I've got a feeling they might do, or if not this one, I think it's going to happen quite soon. So I think I'm just being gradually led here, so we'll see what happens. As I said in the description today, I've got really not much clue about what's going to happen. I just want to say a few words about last time. Took me by surprise, the last video, it all being Christian. The emotions that came through were his emotions. I'm pretty free now of sadness, fear, of all of this now, so I don't think it was my feelings coming through. I think Christian's working his feelings out by speaking with me, so any tears that you see or emotions will be Christian's, as was last time. It was emotional last time because, as Christian said, he's had a review of his life. He's realised his part in other people's lives. He's realised what's happened, what his disappearance caused in people and for people, and it was his way of apologising. A lot of that last week was a lot of him apologising for what he's put everybody through, and at the end he said it was a great relief to be able to have done this. And it seems to me that a lot of people in spirit, just a lot of them really want to apologise and make amends for things, the way they've passed in particular. But I think we'll probably get some more information about that. Another thing that I think might come up today actually is fear, like audience fear, what you're watching, yeah, and your reactions to it, and I think wondering if this is all true, if this is all something to be believed in, if you trust us, I think is a big issue at the moment. It was all, I think there'll be some of that as well. And also, I think Christian and I are just going to try and have a conversation. I'm quite intrigued at the moment as to what goes on in spirit at the moment, what it's like for him at the moment, and the process that he's moved through, because I believe he's been through, sort of different layers in spirit. But I think we need to ask him that. If you've got any questions, do ask me. And if you see me with my eyes closed, it's more than likely it will be Christian speaking. So, hi Dawn. So, can you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? I'm pretty sure people can. Thank you. Okay, so let's see hear whatever is going to happen today. Got my trusty tea here because it's quite draining doing this. Oh, actually, that's something I have to say. So Christian's reaction was last week, one of relief. Hang on, I haven't got my microphone. It's attached in, but not actually on my body. Let's see if that makes any difference. I might have that a bit higher up. Right, sorry, technical hitch. So last week's was a lot of Christian and his relief and getting out his words that he wants to pass on to friends and to family. My reaction to it was pretty exhausting. I should explain, when I close my eyes, I can hear Christian speaking and I just repeat what he says. So yes, if I have my eyes closed, it'll be Christian. His words. Did it emotionally affect me? It emotionally affects me in that Christian is a very strong personality. He was always strong in the physical, and he's no different now. He's like this big, passionate force. He's very strong, very masculine. He's laughing, but it's true. And I'm nicely in balance now. I've got my feminine side, my feminine energy, which balances nicely with the masculine energy. The masculine energy in everybody is the doing, the directness, listening to the mind. Sort of like strength, powerful. The feminine side is the quiet voice, the intuition, the trusting your gut feeling, the joy of being in nature. It's like wonder. It's more questioning. It's more childlike in a way, in that you're more open to things. So in everybody, you have masculine, feminine energy. I always was running on masculine energy. Always have been. And only by opening up and using my feminine energy have I been able to come into balance. So there's the doing, which you need to do things. You need to create things. I need to be doing these videos. That's the masculine side. The feminine side is like getting the information to be able to create. It's like doing a project. You do your background work with the feminine energy, and the masculine energy makes the project land, makes it become physical. You can't have feminine without the masculine, and likewise you can't have the masculine without the feminine. And that's a big lesson that I've learnt. Huge lesson. Anyway, so Christian has very masculine energy. Always did. And when I'm speaking with him, I get that. Hi, Andy. I get that heavy masculine feeling. It's very driven. It's exhausting for me. So the rest of the week, so for a lot of last week, I took a lot of time getting wet, walking in nature with the dog, creating, dancing just by myself, like no one's watching, which is just moving, getting everything moving again, meditations, things like that, and lots of it's like scribbling, just moving your hand, drawing, but not actually drawing anything, just freeing your mind. It's a good practice. I might talk about that at some other point. So I had to use a lot of balance myself out with this. With Christian's masculine energy, there needs to be the feminine balance as well. Otherwise it's going to exhaust me, it's going to tire me out, and I'm not going to want to do any more of these. So I feel fine again this morning, and we'll see what happens now. But yes, if you've got any questions, do ask. And if not, I might just see who's here and what we're about to do. Oh, Christian's here. He's just saying hi, Han. Sorry if it was too much last week. It's okay. He's saying I was always a pain in the arse. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we're going to talk about today. Fear. Keeping yourself small. Dimming to fit in. But first he wants to talk about something else. Oh, he's asking me if I've got any questions for him. Yeah, well, I do actually. Christian, I should explain, he comes and goes. And I kind of want to know where he is now. So I might just have a slurp. Let's just see if he's willing to talk a bit more about so yeah, the what, where, why, when, how kind of questions, just so I know a bit more and you get to know a bit more about Christian now. So I know there's lots of people who are watching this who knew Christian, who are possibly finding it quite difficult to get in the, I guess getting the brain space to think that this is actually Christian that I'm talking to. I know people I've talked to who knew him well, they've said to me that it is Christian. He says the same things, it sounds like him. But obviously there's a lot of opening of the mind that needs to happen to believe this could be really Christian. Trust me when I say that I've tested this to destruction. And he keeps proving it to me again and again and again. The last post I did about the rose, and yeah, that was just last Thursday. So it happens all the time. He always he's visiting lots of people. He's saying that now. He's visiting lots of people. If you knew him in life, or you knew me, or you knew us both, he's making the rounds. Might just close my eyes now because he's going to just carry on, I think. Okay, hi everybody. This is Christian speaking now. Isn't Hannah amazing doing this for me? She's very brave, setting herself up doing this. But that's part of what I want to talk about. Hannah doesn't have fear anymore. She's not nervous about doing these videos. She's got past all that fear. It never served her well, and it doesn't serve anyone well to be in fear. If you want to know anything about this, just look at our ebook. I know I keep saying this, but we wrote it for you. It's free. And it's all the lessons we've learnt through this traumatic time. Hannah's learnt not to listen to others or to be what others expect her to be. She's her own free spirit now. It's serving her well. And she doesn't yet realise the powerful effect she's going to have on other people's lives by doing this with me, her brother in spirit. It must look strange to many of you out there. Me, Christian, with my sister's face and my sister's voice. We're going to be working on that. I want her to lower her voice, speak my voice, but it's something she's resisting subconsciously. She doesn't want to take on every aspect of me while we're together, because I'm too big for her to handle. He laughs. When I say that, I mean that where I am now, I'm not constrained by a body. I am as big and as wide as the universe, which, to be fair, he's laughing, is quite massive and beyond our comprehension in the physical. Hannah wanted to ask me questions, and you probably want to know. So where am I? I'm in a place beyond time and space, which sounds rather cliched, but it's true. We, and I say we because there are plenty of spirits around me. We all live in a harmonious I'm getting some resistance here. What are you saying? Oh, I can feel other spirits here. He's being told to tone it down a bit. Someone's holding my hands. Oh, he says, Hannah, I've overstepped the mark already. Ha ha. I'm over exuberant. And for anybody who knew me in the physical, they'll be laughing now. I've been told off. I was about to give some big truths away, which you're not ready to hear yet. Hannah knows this stuff, but I've been told I need to lead you in gently. 'Twas always thus. Okay. Where do we go now then? Okay. So I'm in a place where love is the currency. It's a beautiful place. I have all the freedom I've ever needed. Being in the physical, I can see now, is so constricting. You are a soul squished into a body. It's a very unnatural state to be in. That's why myself and a lot of people around you, Hannah, are being drawn to our conversations. They're small conversations at the moment with a small audience, but this will change. our connection is like a lighthouse to people. Our connection is like a beacon which will shine out to people. Our job is to show I can feel a pain in my head here, which usually means I shouldn't be going into that territory. Again, it's like too much. Christian, you'd give me too much information. He says it's really difficult. I've got so much to say. I should just say to everybody, this is me. There's lots of energy in here today. It's like really, really powerful today. I should say, or I feel like I should say, when this first started happening to me, I found this all really fearful, frightening. But now it's not at all, because I know it all comes from a loving place. There's nothing bad here. It's very pure and it's all loving. Hi, Marianne. Hi from South Africa. Hi. Okay, let me see what I have to say. They want to pass on some messages. Hi, Julie. Oh, it's not quite turning out as I expected, but hey, there we go. Let me just see. There are lots of people here wanting messages in the audience. Hi, Moses. My doggy friend. Oh, blimey. Okay, what's going on now? So you're going to have to bear with me. Okay, they want me to pass on some messages. Hi, Cassie. So I've got my eyes closed all the time and I don't see who's here. Okay, I think these are going to be general messages. So if your heart's just leapt thinking you're just about to get a message from someone, not today. I think these are going to be general messages. This isn't Christian speaking. It's the one I have resistance to saying. If you watch the last video, you'll know who I mean. Really? Okay. Shall I close my eyes? Okay, you'll just have to go with me on this. This is a very powerful, the most powerful energy in the universe. I don't know why he's chosen me. I feel nervous. Okay. That was the pain in my head. You have bigger messages to tell than your brother can contain at the moment. He is a young light, not very powerful yet. You are a much more powerful light than he is. And you have an inkling of this. You must respond to that inkling and grow bigger. And become our messenger. Holy shit, you might be saying to yourself, audience, yes I am. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Please don't blow it. Accept my voice as yours. The things we create in this world together are what matters. We create to build a better life for all. There's no point in having these experiences and recovering from trauma if you're going to do nothing with that experience. You and Christian have been chosen in this lifetime to spread the love. There should be no constraints on giving out this message. People can start by looking at the ebook you created with Christian. It's on a very small scale, but an essential beginning point for people to move from fear into love. As Christian said last week, love is the unconditional love is the state you should strive for in the physical. You all have unconditional love in your hearts. You were born with it. It's there. You just need to remember it's there and work to uncover the love within, so you can be guided by loving thoughts rather than the fearful thoughts which seem to be smothering your world at present. There is a mania, a panic, a fearful hurricane, which is spreading across the globe, fueled by people's thoughts of separateness, competition, greed, and basic inhumanity. I'm being told certain leaders in the world, which I'm not sure I want to spread at the moment, but okay. The leaders in this world are very divisive, spreading hatred, racism, sexism, confounding what you were all given at birth. I sometimes hang my head in shame at what I can see playing out across the world. You have been given free will to make your own choices in this life. So many of you are not using your life wisely. But I don't want to make Hannah sound like she's lecturing here. She's such a good soul and a powerful soul that you can learn from her and her sometimes idiotic brother. Sorry, Christian. There's a lot of laughter here. You're going to be telling Christian's story with Christian to show where he fucked up in life. It's a universal lesson to be learnt. He didn't listen to any of the feelings we gave him. Feelings are given to guide you. Christian ignored most, if not all, the feelings we gave him. Christian's sitting there, kind of nodding. So he's okay with this information. Christian can see now the stupid mistakes he made in Africa and before he went to Africa. He's agreed to tell you his full story. And of those he met on the way, in brackets with their consent also. To provide universal wisdom in how not to live your life. The important thing is that the feminine energy Hannah's talking about, the gut feelings, the sudden emotions like tears, the bodily feelings like chills. They are all God-given to guide you. But because you have free will in the physical, you can choose, and you usually do choose, to ignore these guidance mechanisms, and you are guided instead by negative thoughts. We will look at Christian's thoughts before and during his journey in Africa as an example of how not to think. And we'll also look at Hannah's thoughts before and during the search for Christian, to also show you how not to think. Christian and Hannah have agreed to be your guides with these messages. They did this a long time ago, before birthing. They knew they would always be separated at some point. Definitely in the physical. But Hannah only agreed to this whole role in this life if she could be gradually separated from Christian. She always knew she would be able to find Christian when he went missing. But we never agreed as to how she would find him or how she would communicate with him. So everything Hannah's been through in the physical has been very real to her. It's been a horrific time for her. These are my tears, by the way. She can show you how her negative thinking affected her life. And also how the realization that if she changed her thoughts, accepted the situation, and handed the problem over to me, I would then be able to guide her on a path to finding her brother, her heart's desire. But Hannah is very special in that her focus to find Christian never wavered. Everybody has the strength in themselves as Hannah has. But it's easy to fall away from the difficult path you have to tread. Hannah mentioned being fearful of when these voices and experiences started happening to her, which is natural for your physical existence. But the more you become childlike and open and look for the magic around you, the trust in what you can't see grows, and the faith within you makes you concrete, grounded, and very sure you can handle the path that you're being asked to walk on. It's not a path for everyone in this life. Some of you are beginners in this life. Some of you, like Hannah, are old souls who have travelled the physical path many times. The only difference Hannah's seen or will see in this life in particular is her ability to spread her message universally. In other lifetimes, she's been cut down for doing what she's doing now. And in the audience, if you're feeling mistrust or fear towards Hannah, it may well be that you remember her from another time, another life, where she was mishandled, tortured, maimed, and killed for these beliefs. She knows these lives, so I'm not telling her anything new, which makes it all the more remarkable that in this life she's willing to stand up and speak on this massive scale. I say massive, it's not massive yet. That's all I have to say, Hannah. Thank you for voicing my words. I'll hand you back to Christian. Thank you. I know, what happened there? Okay, this is Christian. We're all a bit shocked. Kind of a bit speechless, I'm afraid, everybody. Okay, where were we? Okay, I think, have you got anything to say, Christian? There's lots of expletives here. Can't quite believe that. You're right, Christian. Yeah, I'm fine, Han. I've never met the big one before. He's always around, but he's never shown himself to me. I know he talks with you quite a lot through writing, but that was something else. I feel very insignificant now. Bowing down to you. I don't think we'll hear from him again. I think that was a one-off to get us started, to show us the seriousness of our purpose now, to make you realise our story must be told. And I've already given you an inkling of how we're going to tell the Africa story. And it's going to be incredibly safe for you. In physical terms. But it will be hard for you to see and feel and hear some of the things that happened to me. But you and I know that we must tell our story. You must. I'm hearing. It seems that the last 15 years have been played out for others' benefits. And we must honour that. This has suddenly all got very serious. And far bigger than I anticipated, Han. You may need time to... yeah, no shit. You may need time to come to terms with this. keep your counsel. Keep grounded. Keep being you. Keep being humble. Know that you got me home. And into this place I am now. So this power can be used for good. Love you, Han. What an amazing sister you are. I wish I was there to give you a hug. But just know that I'm in my... I know, it's difficult to speak now. Just know that I'm in your heart now. And we can do this together. Fear doesn't have a place in your life or anyone's life. Fear keeps you small and hidden, anxious, depressed, unheard and unloved. Moving into love is as simple as changing your thoughts. I think people should download our ebook again as a Christmas present to themselves. It's free. Treat yourselves. It will change the way you look at life and how you subsequently live life. Read it slowly, read it carefully, take time for the words to settle in you. Winter is the time for clearing out and releasing gunk, so that you can come out of winter into the spring with a new heart, an unencumbered heart, and a new vision for life. This is the best time of year to digest the contents of the ebook, which is still free because Hannah's such a softie. But she's not, because you've just seen she's as hard as nails. Anyway, I think we all need to recover now. And see what we do next. Lots of love to anyone who knew me in the physical, and know that I'm only a thought away, and I come visiting, spreading the love. Bye. Well, I didn't expect any of that. That was strange. And I think if you play, I'm aware of everything, by the way, of sounds outside and things like that when I'm in that, I don't know what it is, it's a meditative state, I think. That was very real. The big energy that was here, a massive energy. I felt it the last few days. It's like a pain, not an ouch pain, but just like a real pressure in the back of my head. And it's massive. It's like usually Christian's there and he fully in my head, but Christian was totally insignificant to this energy. I'm going to have to watch all that back, because I'm speaking it and not actually, I don't take it all in. I think I'm going to have to start getting these videos transcribed, because I think together they're going to make a brilliant resource for people. Or I might offer them as just as audio recordings. Anyway, that's what I have to work out here, I think. I think I'm a bit in shock, actually. I speak to this, I think, as we said, I speak to this massive energy, but I write, and it's always very manageable and like, oh yes, this is, but actually that's just massive. Anyway, God knows what anyone got out of that. Let me know. I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, we'll have to leave it there. I'm pretty sure that's an hour. These videos, the last one came out at an hour and 1 minute, and I think that one's going to come out at an hour and 1 minute. So something's obviously going on there. Hi Julie, I know. I'm maybe going to have to do a video about I don't know. Sorry, I'm rambling now. Has to be expected, I guess. Right, so we've got another few weeks till Christmas, so I think there might be one next week, and then I think I'm going to hibernate for Christmas and work out just how this Africa story is going to be told. I know I'm not going to be leaving this room to tell Christian's story. That's why it's so safe physically for me. I always thought I was going to go to Mali, go back to Africa, go back to Mali. But I looked a couple of days ago And the Foreign Office advice is still don't travel to Mali. And that's set for till 2019, October 2019, I think. So it's obviously not going to be that way. And Christian always did tell me it would be completely safe to me physically. So I think in the new year we start travelling back. I don't know how we do it, how it works. But I'm sure I can explain to you how it works before we start. I'm sure I'll be given lots of downloads over the holidays. I can feel that pressure. They're going to give me all the information I need before I start with Christian on his story. I'm being told it's a trip of a lifetime. And you'll want to take as many people with you as possible. To do this, people need to hear and see you tell the story. It's going to be massively well received and spread widely. But you're totally up for this and strong enough to do this. Expect blood, sweat and tears. But when the journey's done, you'll be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. And I'm not just saying that so you do the journey with Christian. The journey you make will heal so many of the world's problems. And that's what's been driving the last 15 years of hurt, pain, grief, and ultimately your resilience and healing and growth. People can learn from you. And if anyone disrespects you, they'll have me to answer to. You'll always be safe, Hannah. No fear needs to trouble you about this journey. Protection and guidance is all around you and within you. Any lower energies don't come anywhere near you. Trust and love is all you need. And that, my darling girl, is the end of today's lesson. Take care of yourself and sing loudly tonight. You'll have to tell people what that means. Adios. The singing is, I joined a gospel choir in the town near to me, having seen Karen Gibson, who's the leader of the Kingdom Choir, who sang at Harry and Meghan's wedding. And I saw her conduct this gospel choir this year. I think Christian had just been found, or I'd just brought him home or something. I went to this concert and everything there was like lost and found. Blah, blah, blah. It just all spoke to me totally. So I joined the choir. And it's choir night tonight. So hence the singing loudly. Anyway, that's enough from me. That's an hour. It's just probably too long anyway, but that seems to be an hour is long enough and just the right amount for everybody. So any more is too exhausting for me, and any more for you is probably boring to watch. So I shall say goodbye. Lots of love, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Okay, bye bye.